Hey, what's good? It's your boy, Mixtape Moth, and today I'm going to hit y'all with a review of the new Talib Kweli and Diamond D album entitled Gotham. Let's get to it. Alright, so this is the brand new collaborative project between Brooklyn MC Talib Kweli and Bronx producer Diamond D. Now, Talib Kweli was essentially the face of conscious rap during the late 90s and 2000s, whether we are talking about his early releases with Raucus, the seminal Black Star album from 98, or his more recent work. Talib Kweli has a very consistent catalog. But for this project, all the beats were provided by the legendary Bronx producer Diamond D of DITC fame. He's one of my favorite New York producers from the 90s era. Y'all gotta peep 1992 Stunts, Blunts, and Hip Hop and his 1997 Hatred, Passions, and Infidelity if you already haven't. I think it's really dope to see DITC producers doing collaborative projects in the present day. We've had several from Buck Wild in the past couple of years, so I feel it's only right for Diamond D to get busy behind the boards in 2021. This new project, Gotham, contains 10 tracks and lasts approximately 35 minutes in length. The featured artists are Busta Rhymes, Skyzoo, John Forte, Nico Is, and Nairi Alday. Please excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that name, but with that being said, let me go ahead and give y'all this track by track breakdown. The opener, Sons of Gotham, has Talib flexing his bragging rights over a polished boom bap beat. At the start, he declares that Empire State rap. Talib raps, "From Brooklyn, my guys rock more polo than Marco." So there's a lot of boastful talk throughout as Talib poses battle who. I'm already Kweli, an architect of hip hop. I'm a key figure. There's also a Kanye, Jesus Walks, and MAGA line on here that I thought was pretty cool. But overall, I feel this was a solid opening track that demonstrates why Talib is still a formidable MC. Track 2, Olympic, has an organ-backed beat with an electric guitar riff. I feel the guitar kind of gives it that 80s graffiti on a subway flavor. Talib speaks on doing this rap shit for sport. He's all about carrying the torch and honoring the competitive nature of his MC craft. Some bars that stood out were, "I'm from Brooklyn, but I'd rather snatch mics than purses. The way you write is outdated as cursive. What's worse is half these rap dudes is worthless. They take credit for everything like TK Kirkland." Like the opening song, this was also very mid-tempo, but it had a little more oomph to it in my opinion. Track 3, The Quiet One, follows in this smooth sonic trajectory, although this beat feels like a modern day equivalent to the late 90s Raucus Records sound. It's like it's screaming for a feature from Pharoah Monch. Rather though, we have Busta Rhymes, who delivers a strong verse. His animated flow and aggressive delivery contrast pretty smoothly over this smooth and rhythmic instrumental. Kweli states, "The visual, think tennis shoe with the fat lace, cause I'm from Gotham, home of the original Batcave. People screaming like they Onyx, they living through last days." Overall, I consider this to be another standout track. Things start to heat up tempo-wise with On Mamas. This has an electronic and synth-backed beat. It almost resembles some Ill Mind production. And while I like the first 3 songs, I almost wished this would have appeared earlier in the track list because it's just more attention grabbing. This one is all about Talib repping his hometown of Brooklyn, New York. It's a pro New York anthem overall. You will notice the hook is inspired from the refrain on Mobb Deep's classic Quiet Storm. Talib raps, "New Yorkers, we don't concern ourselves with decorum. It's the home of hip hop, the original anti-pop consorption where the cops let off 41 shots without warning." Now the 41 shots refers to the police killing of Amadou Diallo back in 1999. But this record is one for the Jeeps and one of my favorites from the project. It just has that banger status. Next is Attention Span, which features the Brooklyn wordsmith Skyzoo. Now, I really like this production. The atmospheric and keyboard soundscape complements the preceding track. These two records flow really well back to back. You can tell Diamond D was in his bag On this beat, Talib wisely says, your soul is the one thing you should never sell because you can't buy an air conditioner in hell. Things mellow out on the following In Due Time. We are getting a laid back and syrupy instrumental with a neo soul like hook from Nairi All Day. While I did like the lyrics and the refined, mature production sound, I can't say that I was in love with this hook. It wasn't sung badly, it just didn't really appeal to me. Talib sharply raps, went from kings and queens in classical antiquity to slaves, not metaphorically, actual captivity. So I thought that was a pretty thought-provoking line. In Due Time is not a favorite song of mine, but I could see how it might appeal to some. The subsequent track, Pick Your Head Up, finds Talib and a groggily voiced John Forte calling out a racist system. John Forte's voice sounds so different here, and I can't say I really care for the extra sleepy delivery he used, although his lyrics were technically solid. This has a spacious and sparse instrumental. We get Talib using a double time flow. He talks about the 1994 crime bill and points out that Bill Clinton signed a bill into law. Dude's locked up behind William Barr. Get it? Pick Your Head Up was a record that I appreciated for its politically charged content, but I didn't find the beat to be all that compelling. However, I did not have the same issue with the following, Chillin' While Black. Here you have similar content to Pick Your Head Up, but I found the production here to be much more interesting. The funky horns gave it a celebratory vibe. Talib opens with the line, I come from the era of Yusef Hawkins. Now, if you were too young to remember, Yusef Hawkins was a black man who was shot and killed for trying to buy a car in the Italian neighborhood of Bensonhurst, Brooklyn in 1989. But throughout the track, Talib acknowledges the killing of many other unarmed black men at the hands of police. Another line that stood out to me was, come around my way like Illinois Scratch. Might get arrested for chilling while black. So I like the shout out to the 90s Brooklyn, New York rap group Illinois Scratch. Diamond D also had a verse and it was pretty solid. The second to last track is I'll Tell You Later featuring the Brazilian rapper Nico Is. I believe he is Talib Kweli's artist. Nico Is has a really off-kilter flow. He can definitely rap, but I feel this is such a strange song. I couldn't get into the beat, nor do I ever see myself desiring to play this one again. In fact, not even Talib could save it. Thankfully, the project ends on a high note with The Fold. This has more of that standard Diamond D production flavor with dusty horns and scratching. You're getting some bosso slick talk from Talib and Diamond D. Talib was flexing his lyrical dexterity throughout. Overall, I give this project a rating of a strong 3.5 mics. Talib proves that he still has it on the mic, and I would recommend this for fans of both Talib Kweli and Diamond D. Now, as good as the production was, I did feel this album was a little slow in taking off. The very mature, polished, and grown man boom bap beats at times came off as a little too subdued and low-key, in my opinion. And let me be clear with this. I do appreciate Diamond D's continued growth, evolution, and diversity as a producer because he is a true musician in hip hop, not just a beat maker. But with that being said, I could have used a couple more up-tempo and punchy instrumentals, as I feel Talib sometimes is best suited for that particular sound. Just my humble opinion. But still, this was a dope project that hopefully doesn't go under the radar too much. I also dug the whole New York City as Gotham theme, and it was really cool to hear another album from Talib Kweli. My favorite tracks include Olympic, The Quiet One, On Mama's Attention Span, Chillin' While Black, and The Fold. Let me know what you thought about this album in the comment section below. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out. But be sure to hit that like button and please subscribe. As always, it's peace and blessings. Talib Kweli, Diamond D, Gotham 1.